that we're supposed to have your poster on the first page of, if you're seeing, I don't know if am I sharing my screen yet, please?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Sorry, trying to put it in a presentation mode. Oh, I'll just go ahead and share it like that. Trying to put it on presentation mode, but I'm not getting that done. So I don't know why. Let me just go ahead. I'm so sorry, Jumoke. We're supposed to have your poster on this first page, but some things came up and that couldn't be. It's not a big deal. It's not a big thing for us not to have done. I take full responsibility for that. So I'll just go into the next page of sharing what we are about Nigerian Agile Lean Coffee objectives. We are here to acquaint participants on global awareness on digital methodology and Scrum framework, to assist our community shape their career, put them in light with updates of things that are happening in the digital space, and to allow participants share their experiences with us, just like you have come to do with us today. Our agenda for this meeting is to have our introductions. I'm supposed to have come early, would have introduced ourselves, which you can still do, please. Please drop your names, where you're joining us from in the chat box. Thank you for that. So we're supposed to have our 5 minutes introduction, which we're going to do as the meeting progresses in the chat box. Thank you so much. We have our meeting etiquette, and we'll read the profiles of the trainers, the hosts and the co-hosts. We're supposed to have a lean coffee meeting after our presentation usually, but we're not going to do that because the meeting is coming to an earlier close today. So our etiquette is to respect each other on this platform in this meeting at this time. If you want to ask questions, especially today that we're having a shorter time, please do write your questions in the chat box, and also follow us on our community. You can still drop your questions there. I'm sure Jumoke would tend to them as we go on. We have the convener of the meeting and the host, LEARNTOR, who is an agile-focused businesswoman. She has partnership with Scrum.org, and she's here to, bridge the digital gap for Africans, for Nigerians, most especially the youth and women. Chinyere is a certified Scrum Master who is also a product owner with LEARNTOR and LEARNTOR Foundation. We teach children, deaf children, digital transformation. Bilikis Orinowo is the co-host of this meeting. She's a human resource person and has practiced for over 5 years. She's very vast in this area, seriously, even though for the time she's practiced, she's brought so much to LEARNTOR, and getting to know her, you'd know she's very vast in this field. And here we have our host, we have the presenter of the program, the one who is going to share our knowledge with us. I'm so sorry, please, if you read up our bio on our LinkedIn page, please, just for time. She'll say a little about herself probably before she goes into the meeting. And not to take so much of our time, let me just hand over to Jumoke. Please, Jumoke, we'll be rounding up by 5 after 5:55, thereabouts. So slightly before then, if you can round up. We have about 10 minutes for questions and answers, and we can take it up to our channels as we post them in the chat. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry once again, everybody, for this. Jumoke, I'll hand over to you, please.
Thank you very much, Chinyere, for the warm welcome. And thank you everyone for joining. So if you could just allow me, I want to share my screen.
Yes. So I want to just a minute, please.
That's fine.
So lost here.
And it feels really good to be connecting with members of the Agile community in Nigeria. Very, very humbled. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you, Mercy, the energy goddess, and the brain behind LEARNTOR. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Chinyere. Thank you, Bill Kiss. Thank you for everyone who has made this session happen. So I'll just take few seconds more, I believe, so I can share my screen. I've prepared a couple of slides, and as I know we're pressed for time, I'll also make sure to speed up and round up as early as possible. So my name is Jumoke Aleoke-Malachi. A human resources practitioner. As I share my slides in a bit, I'll share a little bit more about myself. And I know that I'll be very mindful of time, just so that I'm able to, cover all the areas that I plan to. Yes. Okay. So I think I'm able to share. Chinyere. Can everyone see my slides? Yes, I think I'm able to share. Can everyone see my slides?
Yes, I can see your slide.
Awesome. Awesome. That voice is familiar, and that's okay. I can see people from my community here coming to show Jam some love. Thank you. Thank you. So yes, we're talking about Agile HR workplace culture, and I know it's a mouthful, but I trust that, I'll share a couple of things that I trust will be useful for many of us as HR people who are joining this call, and as many, Agile practitioners as well who are on the call. So the idea is helping us to be mindful of what we need to look out for as HR practitioners embracing Agile. The Agile guys are already Agile, but we're now infusing what HR should be aware of, what we should do as HR people, and as we're also mindful of culture. Because if you ask me, more than ever before, the conversation around culture has become very, very critical, very crucial, more than ever before in my HR practice. This is my 13th year practicing human resources, and conversation around culture has never been more important. Okay, well, I've done some class introduction, but Chinyere is timing me, so I cannot be asking you guys for your names. If I need to refer to anyone, I'll make sure to go through the chat and pick our names there. So yes, who am I? This is how I like to describe myself: people pundit, career development coach, organizational culture transformation agent. I'm an emotional intelligence certified specialist. Yes, I'm a diversity and inclusion champion. I'm a certified mentor. I'm an advocate of careers in tech. I'm also big on SDGs 3 and 8. I don't know why my agile coaching, permit me, I didn't mention that here because I'm also an agile coach. And then of course, fun lover, problem solver, life of the party. I'm somebody's daughter, sister, wife, mother, friend, confidant, etc. I love to leave people better than I met them. And of course, this is my 13th year practicing HR. And I'm an alumna of Babcock University and Business School, Netherlands. And so these are some of my recognitions. So yes, I was named Africa's most talented HR leader by Africa Leadership Awards in Mauritius 2019, recognized and awarded one of the top 50 career influencers in Africa 2020, awarded one of the most inclusive HR influencers in 2020 and 2021 by Social Nicole, and recognized one of the 30 leading women in HR in Nigeria by awarding HCD for the 2021 International Women's Day celebration. So as we go along, I'll be sharing some things I want us to ponder on, and I like to do that in my session because I just like to give context so that whatever it is I talk about, you don't just quote me. You don't just say, oh, Jam said in that session. And you may not even believe what I'm telling you. But I like to say what other people have said, so that you know that, yes, I didn't make these things up. So the first thing says, thriving in today's marketplace frequently depends on making a transformation to become agile. As in, it's a deliberate attempt to say, you know what, I want to be agile. So we all have that responsibility. HR, finance, supply chain, whatever your function, you need to move. And it's not, I know many people say, oh, they are started again. That's another fad. It's not a fad. So when we say agile, it's a reality that's come to stay. It is what is change, what is differentiating organizations. So it's not a fad, and that's a fact. This is by Scott Graffios. Okay. And then the next quote here says, Agile is an attitude, not a technique with boundaries. An attitude has no boundaries. So we wouldn't ask, can I use Agile here? Rather, how would I act in the Agile way here? Or how Agile can we be here? So when we talk about Agile, it's not that it's a formula I can decide to use it or not use it. No, it is an attitude. Like we always say about emotional intelligence, it's not a soft skill, it is life. So you're either emotionally intelligent or you're shortchanging yourself as a person, So Agile is a way of life. It is that you adopt that mindset, and we'll get to that as we go along. So I like to define concepts. This is usually the way my trainings take. Just to give context to the discourse, I would define terms. So what is Agile? Agile is a process that helps teams provide quick and unpredictable responses to the feedback they receive on their projects. It creates opportunities to assess a project direction during the development cycle. So I got this from adaptmethodology.com. If you go to that website, it has a roadmap that can help you implement. If you're trying to, do Agile transformation, there's a roadmap on that website that can help you with that. I found that out during my research. So that's just a simple definition of Agile. We'll go into more details as we go along. And then what's human resources? Human resources is a set of people who make up the workforce of an organization, business sector, industry, or economy. A narrower concept is human capital, the knowledge and skills which the individuals command. And this is a definition I found on Wikipedia. And when I saw this definition, the first thing that occurred to me was, later people will say, is there more HR? Do you realize all of us are human resources in that organization? No. I hope you guys, please, if you don't know it before, know it today. We're all together. The way they give you an offer letter is the way they give HR. So we're all together. But we know that our own focus is a lot more on how people do things within any organization. So that's the place of human resources. And then what's workplace culture? So workplace culture is the overall character of the business, often unique to the organization. Workplace culture can include elements such as the business values, beliefs, behaviors, goals, attitudes, and work practices, how we do what we do. Ideally, businesses want to create a culture that is viewed as positive. You don't want candidates or ex-employees to go on, what's this website? Glassdoor. You don't want them to go on Glassdoor and go and write, that place is not a great place to work. Don't even attempt. Their culture is toxic. Nobody wants that. And for HR people, we know that our job is harder when the employer brand is whack out there of that organization. It's more difficult for you to attract talent. It goes without saying. So workplace culture plays a big role. I move on. And then I'll move quickly to the Agile Manifesto. So when we talk about Agile, there's a way Agile is done. And it is that we are moving from one mindset to another. And I think as HR people, if we don't embrace this now,